Hello beautiful, welcome back to Nat's Beautiful Life. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some summer author and book recommendations, kind of quick fire style, and I might do a part 2 where when I pick out some specific books for you and are like, these are great for summer. But I wanted to pick out some certain authors and things like that I think are enjoyable for summer. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Natasha. I do videos on books, art journaling, media, anything I want to do a video on because hey, why not? If I look exactly like my last video or the video before that, it's because I filmed them back to back. I'm just trying to take advantage of the time that I have. Alright, so let's get into some books. For summer, I personally go back and forth. Sometimes I like a little bit of fun YA, sometimes I like a little fluff. So I think I'm going to focus a little bit more on the fluff in this video, and maybe in some of the other videos pick up on some other stuff. But I might throw some classics in. Anyway, so if you do like that fluffy kind of romance kind of thing, I would highly recommend Emily Henry. I personally do not care for romance books, but I did read because it was a book club book. In fact, the June book club book is an Emily Henry book. Last year we did beach read. This year we're doing The People We Meet on Vacation, and I'm also thinking about doing book lovers at the same time, and maybe doing a video on those three things. I've only read the one, Emily Henry, so far. Again, I'll have to read the other one this month. But what I found about those, it's not all about the romance, but it is. It is a romance book, but it also kind of makes fun of itself a little bit, and it's also not super graphic. I do not like smut in books. If it's too smutty, I'll just quit reading it. So it gave you that love story, and it did give you some scenes, but it was also about a lot more. So I found that within the beach read characters, they had other things going on in their lives that, you know, were also working around the romance kind of thing. And it was more like enemies to lovers type of thing, where they became friends. And the plot of the beach read is there are two authors of two completely different genres. They wind up having a beach house side by side in the summer, and they decide to switch genres and write like each other's books, kind of, because they're both having a little bit of writer's block. She's also found out that her father's passed away and he had a mistress the whole time. Also, this man had an ex-wife and some things going on with all of that. And also the books, he was writing something about cults, and so she's going along with him and doing the interviews and stuff with cults. They're living in a wonderful seaside town, which was actually, it's not a seaside town. I take that back. It is on Lake Michigan, so it's a lakeside town, but Lake Michigan, is that right? I think so. But anyway, whatever lake they're on is huge. So it's like an ocean. So it's like a beach, but it's a lake. Whatever. And it's kind of this lakeside town, and that is charming. So for summer, and when I'm wanting a fluff read like that, I want a charming little area, especially a beachy area, but this lakeside area is great. Anything like that I love for summer reads. So definitely Emily Henry is a good one. The next one, if you want beachy and mystery and things like that, then I highly recommend Ellen Hildebrand's Winter in Paradise series. It starts out with Winter in Paradise. It's probably called something else, but I read all three of them, and it's once again not normally my genre. I picked it up as an audiobook and listened to it and was hooked. The mystery's pretty good in it. Nobody has to be dumbed down, which is of course my biggest pet peeve with mystery, but there's also stuff going on. So a woman who lives, I think, in Connecticut, finds out her husband has died in St. John, Virgin Islands, and she didn't know he was there. So she goes there, finds out he had a mistress and a daughter with her, and all that. She has 2 sons. They come over to St. John, and they're trying to figure out, what happened with their plane went down. They're trying to figure out if it was an accident or foul play or what was going on. But she's also trying to figure out, how does my husband own this home in St. John's that I don't even know about? And so she's learning about all of this, and then her 2 sons are meeting people who have, connection with the mistress and all of that. And it's just a good time. You'll like the mom, and you'll like one of the sons. The other son I thought was a bit not, but you kind of put up with him. His son, yeah, he's a son that's really, really good. So, I really enjoyed this book. I keep saying, sorry, but you start out with this, and then you find out things are not what they seem with the husband, and he may have been involved in some nefarious things, and all of that. And at the end of that book, that stuff hits you. Then you've got the second book and the third book that kind of continue it, and you get more and more involved, and it's a good time. Like I said, it is an easy flowing read, but it gets more involved in the mystery and what happened and all of that. So I highly recommend it. It's a good time. If you're into YA, I highly recommend anything by Morgan Matson. I'm looking over here. My favorites of hers have been Since You've Been Gone, which takes place in the summer, and also The Unexpected Everything, which I believe also takes place in the summer. They're great YA reads, and even if you are an adult and you want something fun and fluff and friendly, that one's good. Those go a little bit in depth of other things, especially The Unexpected Everything. They go into depth with other things other than just the sweet, funny, romance thing, but they're very engaging. So with The Unexpected Everything, you've got a senator's daughter who, I think the mother has passed away, and the senator's always gone, but then he comes home and is going to stay with her, and then realizes that she just comes and goes as she pleases and has her life, and he's like, I don't understand. And he's like, this is the way it's always been. You've never been around, and all of this stuff. So it's kind of conflict there, but then she also has friends, and there's some conflict going on with that. So I really enjoyed that book. There's a lot into it. Since You've Been Gone, her friend, she's a best friend. She realizes everything in her life that's good, she kind of got through the best friend because she's very shy and quiet, and this friend was very outgoing. So when the friend leaves, she moves away, she doesn't tell her, but she leaves her kind of like a scavenger hunt thing, and she goes on it, and it's really fun. And then she turns to grow as a person as she's getting out of her shell and meeting new friends and things like that. So it was a great gift that her friend gave her, even though she didn't understand and she was very hurt, that she just up and went. Okay, also Sarah Dawson. Sarah Dawson is a, what do you call that? Young adult writer who lives here in North Carolina, and she has a plethora of books. I don't know that I have any more of hers right now, because I'm one of those people who reads YA books like that and then passes them on, except for some of the Morgan Matson books, because I like to revisit those worlds sometimes. But Sarah Dawson, usually some small town, so think of Hallmark movie YA edition, and that will be some Sarah Dawson. I also think that summertime is a great time to revisit some classics. So your Jane Austen, your Anne of Great Gables, your, things like that, Age of Innocence, things like that. I think that it's a great time to pick up those classics, and especially if they're quick read classics. Something like Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, not a quick read. It's a little bit bigger than some of the others, but I really enjoy it, and I feel like the spring and summer is a great time to pick up Jane Austen because you can picture the flowers and the gardens and the things like that. So any of those classics, especially the ones that are written by women, are super fun, and I highly recommend. Also, The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins, I've been working on for months. I haven't picked it up in a couple months, and now I'm wanting to pick it up again because I'm in that whole like English countryside kind of mood, and I'm all about that life. So any of those types of things. Okay, so that's my quick little rapid fire summer recs for you. I will be back soon with a specific book recommendation video, but I thought this would be fun to give you for now. Just some little authors and to pick up. Oh, another one of my favorites, Jane Harper. She writes books that take place in Australia. They are hot. The last one she wrote that I know of was The Survivors, that takes place in a small town on the coast of Australia, but like there's the big island or continent of Australia, and then right off there's another little island that is also Australia. It takes place there. Yeah, that's a little seaside town, great for summer to check out. But any of her books, if you want to feel the heat, oh my word, check those out. They're a good time. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again very soon. Have a great day, gorgeous.